We're live. We're live. We're live.
Good morning. Good
morning.
morning.
Good
Happy
morning.
Memorial
Good morning.
Day
You
to
can't
you.
say Happy Memorial Day.
That's right. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
We shouldn't say Happy
We
Memorial
shouldn't
Day.
say
You're
Happy
right.
Memorial Day.
Because I think Memorial Day is the one holiday that affects everybody.
It does.
Lisa took the time to make 10 points because that's what she do. She's a professional. But it affects every single living person. You know somebody who's lost their life in service to country, or someone who's been a part of the military.
Mhm.
There's not a single adult in this country that hasn't had some military in their lineage.
That's true.
Every one of us has. Okay.
That's true. But we're going to talk about some of the sacrifices they made and some of the ancillary things that came about as a result of this particular date becoming a National Reflective Day. And we'll talk about how it affects you and how it affects your family and how you want to celebrate it or commemorate it. Yes, that's right. So we're going to talk about it back in a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Shaki. Good morning, Uzama.
Shaki,
thank you for joining us this
Uzama.
morning. That's right. Thank you for joining us this morning. We weren't sure who was going to be up today, who was going to be taking the day off, who was going to be traveling.
We knew we was going to be here. At least I knew.
I was about to say, I didn't know that.
I knew.
We got some great guests lined up for you this week, but we'll talk about them later on. And I am excited because today is a little bit of it's a mixed day off.
Why do you say that?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the reflectiveness and the reason why it was appointed was to commemorate those who lost their lives in service to this country.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what it stayed.
Okay.
That is what we're primarily supposed to objectify on this particular day. We should set aside time to think about those that were part of our families, that were a part of service, to think about those who gave their lives to service, to honor and remember men and women who have died in military service to the United States, fostering a sense of national pride and gratitude. That's ultimately what it was designated for. But it has evolved.
Yeah.
It has evolved. So I want to make sure that we do what it was intended initially. And respect and honor those who gave their lives in service to this country.
What it was intended for,
Mm-hmm.
instead of what we use
right.
it for.
We'll talk about what we use it for after. Amen. Happier today, William Brown. He is happier today from north of Atlanta today. He get around.
William Brown, that's right.
Yes.
You do get around. My gosh. That's why whenever I call Bill, where are you today? That's the first thing out of my mouth because ain't no telling.
So what do you want to say about why it was originally designated?
All right. Well, I do think it's an important day. I think it's an important holiday because it was originally designated as a day that we honor soldiers that paid the ultimate price and gave their lives.
Mm-hmm.
But the origination of it was formed by Black people who were first allowed into the military when they lost someone. They came up with the idea for the soldiers. They started commemorating the lost Black soldiers. And that was such a good idea. It made so much sense because it wasn't just Black soldiers that lost their lives in America. Everyone did. Every race did. So it became a national holiday. And I was just looking up now the year it became a national holiday as well as that history here. But I'm also really, really intrigued by my pretty wife, what she wrote on her list today. So I want to see where we go through here. But how do you think of Memorial Day? I want to talk about that, Sister Shaki. What do you think about this day? Again, when I was a kid and throughout my life, Memorial Day meant one thing. It meant a long weekend, and it meant cookouts.
It meant cookouts and family get-togethers.
Matter of fact, I wouldn't even say just as a child because it's still just the idea of Memorial Day and Labor Day, those two for some reason ring in my, I know the reason why, they ring cookout time. Get back together with people time.
That you haven't seen in a while.
Throw some meat on the heat. And yeah, that's what it means.
Meat on the heat?
Right. Throw some steak or hot dogs on the fire, on the grill.
But I never heard of that.
Good morning, Susan.
Good morning, Susan.
Dr. Beverly. Good morning, Sister Emily.
Hey, Emily.
She says, good morning, magnificent Monday. Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. We learned last week. Thank you for Sister Sheila Gothard for reminding us of that. Memorial Day is the day of reverence. However, Lisa started off today talking about how we've conflated it. You know, it means more than one thing. But originally, like my pretty wife says, we're going to talk about those origins for her. My coffee's ready. I'm going to go get it because I need it. Dr. Beverly, Grand Rising, Dr. Beverly, to my favorite, awesome, beautiful family. And you're one of our favorite people, too.
Good morning, Susan. William Brown said, I definitely feel like where's Waldo sometimes.
Actually, an ancillary benefit of you traveling so much, William, is you're probably getting really good at it. You know, crisscrossing the country, moving around, you're probably getting really good at it. You probably could do it much more efficiently than some.
Absolutely. So, hey, Patrina, thank you for joining this morning. Thank you for joining. Well, Patrina, where are you this morning? Susan, hey, Shirley. Hey, Shirley DeJeanette White. She says, good morning, family. And she goes on to say happy Memorial Day. Once again, we are expressing gratitude on this Memorial Day and reverence for this Memorial Day in its original definition. But we know that Memorial Day has evolved in lots of different ways for lots of different people. Over the years, some of us even did not have the original understanding of Memorial Day for so long. William Brown said, what?
I need to lower my chair.
I don't know.
Okay.
William Brown said, sad to say, it took me many years to get the sober reality of this today and the sacrifices made. Absolutely. I think that's more. It's more than just you. It's so many of us because, like I said, because of the benefit. I don't know if it's a benefit, but because of where it falls in the year, it actually became the commemorate first day of summer, right? Yep. Memorial Day weekend.
Even though it's not.
It's not the official first day of summer. The first day of
summer
is
like
June
21st.
Right. Mm-hmm. But we treat May 20. We treat the last Monday in May like it's the official first day of summer. That's what we do. We treat the first Monday in September like it's the official last day of summer.
Yeah.
So we have conflated those things, and because we've conflated those things, sort of it has evolved the way we treat them and the way that we honor them.
Now, I'm not a big holiday person, but I mean, I really don't give a daggone about Christmas or any of those kind of holidays like that anymore. So I could be Scrooge, but I play along. But I'm not really I like Thanksgiving because that means everybody celebrate my birthday. That's why I like Thanksgiving. But I'm not really into holidays. But Memorial Day is different for me. Memorial Day grew up. We're gonna see family. We're gonna have a bunch of family around. We're gonna be around a bunch of family. We're gonna have hot dogs and beer. That's what Memorial Day is for me.
Wow, it has become family gatherings. It has become hot dogs and beer. It has become cookout season, the beginning of cookout season.
Hot dogs and beer are a horrible combination to ingest, but that's a normal diet for so many people. Hot dogs and beer. I haven't had hot dogs. Well, I did have a hot dog, but I haven't had beer and a hot dog like that in a while. I did have a hot dog not long ago.
Yeah, but the first time in months and months.
Right. It's been months and months since I had a hot dog.
Because of the nitrates and because we're over 50 and nitrates are not good.
I saw a Facebook post. If you're over 50, woman, show how beautiful that can still be. And women posted their face pictures. I need to post some pictures of you because you rock over 50.
Well, thank you.
You rock over 55.
Thank you.
You rock over 56.
Susan says Memorial Day celebrates those soldiers that have died. Absolutely. As opposed to Veterans Day for those soldiers who have survived.
And it could be celebration, but I think it's more reverence and honor and honoring. Yes, that's what it's for. My gosh. I mean, so many people in my family were in the military. I was in the military, but I didn't lose my life. I didn't pay the ultimate price.
So we celebrate you on Veterans Day, not on
Veterans Day is for me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What is the point? We should have looked up the whole thing about the history of holidays, period, in America. You
think?
One of the things that's coolest about Memorial Day is it's a day off.
That's one of the coolest things. Not a day off for us.
Not us, because we don't
typically take Memorial Day off.
I was cranking yesterday. I woke up with purpose on my mind after our Sunday morning class. After that, William, after I took care of Lisa in the morning and tightened her up. Actually, that was more for me. This past Sunday.
I didn't want to tell you business.
That was more for me this past Sunday.
Oh, Lord. Shaki, come and get your boy. Good morning, Dr. Deborah.
Good morning, Dr. Deborah.
Good morning.
But after that, I got up and went to my keyboard, and I was in it all day until like 4 something. I was working all day till like 4 something yesterday, Dr. Deborah. And that's one of the pros and cons of being an entrepreneur with a laptop and internet connection. Mm-hmm. You could work every day, all day into the midnight if you want to.
Sometimes we do.
Yes.
Sometimes we do. Amen.
But that's not always a pro. Sometimes it's a con.
No, it's not. But one of the other things that we use Memorial Day for, once again, this is not what it's designated for, but we use it for patriotic displays.
Yeah. People like to show. This is one of those days when people hang a flag. Semper Fi. You see those things. They pull it out, or it's a military thing. A Marine thing, Semper Fi. But little things where they showcase veterans. You'll see on Facebook posts. I made one, Memorial Day post this morning. You probably will too. You'll probably see 100 of them today.
What else we can say is travel.
People
Long weekends are typically fraught with travel. We got an extra day off.
Heavenly Father, bless the roads today. I pray that no one gets injured or anything like that. But more cars on the road, more accidents you see. And people who travel, they drive, they crowd the airports. That's why I prefer to do it off beat.
Yeah, absolutely. This is absolutely right. William Brown says, looking at a number of our holidays, we add food and a sale to it, and many times the true meaning is lost or minimized.
So true. You don't even know what the holidays are about because you get crowded with a mattress sale, for the holiday or something like that, or car sale.
President's Day is the mattress sale, and I don't know why.
Is it? I think every holiday is a mattress sale or a car sale.
Morning, Patrina says, I'm home. Costa Rica was beautiful and hot. A capital hot.
I'm glad you got a chance to see beautiful Costa Rica and to experience that kind of hot. Because people tell me, certain places they're all hot, but certain places have a different kind of hot. I'm glad you got a chance to experience Costa Rica hot.
Good morning, Couture. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Thank you for joining us this morning. This day, we are setting aside some time to reflect on the original meaning of Memorial Day and some of its ancillary evolutions.
Lisa's gone through her list, so you got a 10 on the list, but recap the first 3 you said already.
Remembrance and honor of military men and women that have died in military service to the United States, fostering a sense of national pride and gratitude. That's number 1. Number 2 is family gatherings, right? Yep. We have got the family gatherings on lock. We turned it into the first official day of summer. We've turned it into summertime. Yep. We've turned it into cookouts. We've turned it into family reunions. We've turned it into put something on the grill for the first time.
Throw
for the
some
summer.
Meat to the heat, yes.
Absolutely. And then patriotic displays, and travel and tourism.
That's right.
Travel and
tourism. 40 done. Yes. What's next one?
Retail sales.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
This is what they made Memorial Day into.
They turned it into Absolutely. Retail sales. Memorial Day is one of the biggest sale periods of the year for retailers with significant discounts on a wide range of products.
That's right.
That have absolutely nothing to do with the
fallen
military
soldiers, right.
or fallen soldiers.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Shaki says
every holiday is a sale because it gives people suggesting to do it. More people off. They spend more at left before online shopping. Absolutely.
Yeah. Online shopping is made spending higher. Americans spend more.
Well, online shopping is also made you don't need time off to go shop, right? People can shop in the middle of the night. They don't have to wait for the stores to open. True. You shop when you think about it. You shop when you're not thinking about it because of all of the
think what this is doing to us.
Online shopping. That's why it goes in my cart before I never click buy as soon as I hit something.
Really?
Not ever.
I didn't know that.
Not ever.
You just put in the cart and then it sit in the cart first.
Yes.
For how long?
For at least for 3 or 4 days.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I don't ever want to be accused of being impulsive.
But when I put something in the cart, it's because I wanted that thing.
Yes, and I might have wanted it when I saw it, but then did I really want it?
Okay. So this is you demonstrating that you know yourself, you know your personality. You want to give yourself a chance to check and see if I feel the same way tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah, sometimes even a week. Sometimes I'll put it in there and I won't put it in I'll put it in save for later. So I'll put it in the cart and I'll put it in save for later. I'll put it in the cart, put it in save for later. I'll put it in the list.
You realize how new this is.
I am not impulsive. I'm not impetuous.
Well, you may not want to be.
Well, I'm intentionally not.
Yeah.
I'm intentionally not.
Is this Dr. Blanche Penn? Good morning to you.
Yeah, Shaki, I know. We got caught by the spell checker. I tried to navigate it as much as I could, but I don't know if I did or not. If it needs correcting, and I'll restate it. Okay. Dr. Blanche, good morning. She says, good morning, Dr. Blanche on the move.
That's right.
That's right, beautiful. Good morning. Move it.
There's a song, you have to move. It's like, oh man, it's like a soft rock song. But Shaki says, previous message. Okay.
I just read that.
Okay, good.
I just read that. I read that. So number 6.
I never adopted learning how to swipe and write. You do it all the time.
Yes, I do.
I never did it. I thought it wouldn't work for me. How would I know when to depress a little bit more or not? So
you don't have to press.
I never did it.
You just have to go over them,
and then the word will come up.
Yeah.
I never tried it.
When my brain broke, it also seemed to break a little bit.
What do you mean?
Like when I lost some of my my acumen, when I was having some trouble with spelling and stuff like that, it seemed to also do the same. What? He does that every day.
Oh gosh, I haven't seen him do that before.
That's good. That means that he's exercising.
He's going downhill.
He does that every day.
Our neighbor across the street had a stroke a year or so ago, and he doesn't move well. So he moves now. He's moving a little bit better. Like I've seen him struggle. His driveway has a slope down. And I've seen him come down to check his mail and struggle mightily to get back up the hill into his driveway. So I've come across the street and pushed him back into his driveway before. In my neighborhood, he's in his wheelchair going downhill, and he's gonna have to. And he's by himself. It looks like
he does it every day.
He's gonna have to figure out how to get back up.
He gets back up, and he usually comes back up backwards.
Okay, that might work better for him.
Yeah, he usually comes back up backwards. I see him every day.
Okay. Good morning, Katura. Good morning, Sister Lena Janelle.
She says, happy Memorial Day, everyone.
Good morning.
Amen. Thank you. We're expressing grace and gratitude for the fallen soldiers this morning. But we are reflecting on the fact that it is also a designated family get-together. It's also a designated first day of cookout. It's designated cookout, hot dogs on the grill day. It's designated sale day.
I already highlighted how long I worked yesterday. And I think because I worked diligently yesterday and we talked business yesterday too, I feel better about today. My mood is better.
Do you plan to take off sometime today?
No, I'm gonna work today. Like what time you want me to take off?
I didn't say any time.
Is there any time in particular?
No.
Okay, because if you want me to, I'll adjust some stuff. But my head is work. Okay. All right, what's next?
Next is number 6, sports and recreation.
Well, Memorial Day is not really a sports holiday like Labor Day will be, because really you only got baseball. You got the NBA playoffs. Those games don't come until 8:30. But you got baseball now, and I'm not that much. And you got playoff hockey.
You know, those actually count as sports, even though you don't really like them.
Sports.
They're still sports.
They are real sports. I'm not saying they're not.
Many sporting events and outdoor activities and recreational events are scheduled around Memorial Day.
But I will say things like hiking and skating and all those kinds of things. Sometimes people are really just thawing. And like Lisa said when we first started, Memorial Day highlights the thaw is complete. Everything's thawed out. Let's go play.
Hey, Peggy. We got Peggy. Hey, Peggy.
How cool are the pictures of Peggy and Uzama just doing stuff?
Cool,
doing stuff in Florida. And Peggy lives there now full time, right?
Yes.
Peggy?
Lena says, I'm still working today too, but I am slipping in some FUN fun.
Do you dare suggest what kind of fun? Is it something that you can say publicly? Like, what are you going to do today? I'm talking about you specifically, every single person. Are you going to do anything fun today? I'm really curious. It's 9:21. I really want to know. Do you have anything fun planned today? Oh, how do you intend to use it? Some people might say, I'm going to just keep my pajamas on and fuzzy slippers on and just actually get everyone out of the house and lounge. That might be one thing you could do. Or I'm going to flip from flower to flower. I'm going to go all over the place today.
Mm-hmm. That's right. It used to be, I know when I was a little girl, today used to be community events. There was a parade in the neighborhood, memorial services, public readings of names of fallen soldiers, because I was in New York. My grandmother would sometimes go downtown, and enhancing community spirit and involvement. So helping to bring some awareness to the fallen soldiers. If your church or organization had someone particularly involved in the organization that was also a fallen soldier, there was usually some memoriam to them on this day.
You know, I had another thing happen to me this weekend. Dr. Deborah and Miss Peggy and Uzama. I had another thing happen to me this weekend. I was in some group. They had been inviting me into a group about how you use that. It was a podcast, and somebody was talking about we all as thought leaders should get on more podcasts. Okay, and there was this one guy says, you know, I have a way I can get you on podcasts, about 2 to 4 podcasts a month. And I was like, wow, I get on 2 to 4 podcasts a month. I said, that's pretty good. I used to do that much too, podcasts, but what we're doing right now is a podcast. And if we do it 5 days a week, 20 days a month, times 12 months out of the year, that means that Lisa and I are doing about 240 podcasts a year. We're doing 240 of these a year. 240, and we've done that for 8 years straight. Now, 240 podcasts times 8, let's see what that is.
16,000.
It's 19.
Oh, you had that.
No, I should have did. 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1,920.
No, wait a minute.
Let me see it again. Let me check my kid. 240 times 8 is 1,920.
Almost 2,000, yes.
Almost 2,000 podcasts that we've done.
Peggy said, yes, I live in Florida now. And she says, Uzama and I got up at 5:30 a.m. to watch the sunrise.
How cool is that?
Amen.
From Florida Beach? What? How cool is that?
Uzama said, relaxing today. Peggy needs time to recuperate from my birthday beach shenanigans.
What did y'all do?
Amen. Lena Chanel says, yes, I can say it, but recent experiences have shown me less is more, but I'm ready to reveal. Anyway, I'm bringing back my podcast. I admire that y'all are so committed and daily. Wow, yes, daily.
I would not
weekdays.
recommend this to anyone else. Okay?
Weekdays, daily.
It does something for us. We look at it like going to regular work, Monday through Friday, going to a job, punching a clock. School teachers do it every week. Office workers do it every week. 9 o'clock. Sometimes I gotta be there work at 8. You know. So ours starts at 9. We come in at 9 and visit with you guys. That's how I look at it.
Absolutely. Dr. Deborah says, I'm headed down to mom's house today, but I will be working while also helping my sister cook out for us 3 seasoned women.
Yeah. That's probably going to be a pretty good cookout, actually.
Absolutely.
Those 3 seasoned women, because they all know their way around the kitchen. Well, does Dr. Deborah know her way around the kitchen?
She chooses not to go
Chooses
around
not
the kitchen.
to. Okay. Okay. Because I remember hearing a comment that Dr. Deborah, but also it's 2 things. I heard she don't cook that often, but she has some specialties that she
I think
cooks.
she can cook. I said she chooses not to cook.
Okay.
It's okay to choose not to cook. I would have chose not to cook yesterday, but I cooked anyway. I made shrimp Alfredo.
And today we got.
Today.
Didn't you say something about you gonna hook a brother up some tacos, something like that?
Taco Tuesday. I don't know what you're gonna have today.
I'll find something. Okay. Good morning, Miss Shannon. Sharon Brown. Good morning to you. How you doing? Memorial Day, a day of reverence, a day of remembrance. Good morning. How you gonna spend your Memorial Day?
Dr. Deborah says I'm a mean sous chef.
That's right.
And I choose not to cook. LOL.
The sous chef is important too. The prep work, the prep person. Cut that up. Mix that up. Sous.
Absolutely. Lena says, Uzama, you nasty too. LOL. Want to play Dr. Deborah and Lisa?
What did Uzama say that was nasty?
Birthday shenanigans on the beach.
She needs to recoup. I saw that. Maybe that says something about where your head is at, Lena.
Is that right?
Because he didn't say that.
Shirley said, I want to do a podcast and I'm working on doing one at least once a month. I encourage you to make it once a week, but start somewhere, at least once a week. But once a month is really not frequent enough.
You won't be able to track you. You won't be able to build an audience. Even twice a month is harder to build an audience. But if you do once a week, it's easier to build an audience. Mm-hmm. And if you do it once a day, it's much easier to build an audience because they know where to find you. People can find you, yes.
But we appreciate you. Absolutely, absolutely. And what are we going to have today to eat?
I don't know. But my goal yesterday was, well, it's fine. We can do hot dogs. My goal was to get on other people's podcasts because I've been preaching and teaching, and so has Lisa. But one of the low-hanging fruits is getting on other people's podcasts. If you're an author, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're in business for yourself in any kind of way, one of the ways to get traction is to be on other people's podcasts, become a guest on podcasts. So beautiful. They build the audience. You show up as the subject matter expert, and you get their implied endorsement by being a podcast guest.
Absolutely.
That's a lot of value.
Absolutely. And the easiest way to get on a podcast is to invite someone to your podcast. But remember that in the reciprocity, because more often than not, many of these podcast guests that you find in there, lots of groups on Facebook, particularly that have podcast guests, they have what's called be a guest, find a guest.
Yes.
Now, a lot of times, find a guest list is going to be everybody wants to be a guest. Everybody's going to want to be a guest, but find a guest is more sparse. But if you ask someone to be a guest on your show who already has a podcast, the law of reciprocity often works.
That's a wonderful tip. You look for people that are looking to find a guest, like as if you were going and looking for people, you'll get bombarded and you get to sift. But going for just putting yourself up there, says, I want to be a guest. Everyone does. Sure you do. Okay, it's low-hanging fruit. But I made a really good inquiry letter about who I am and why I'd be a great guest on your show. And I put it in probably 4 Facebook groups for podcasts, a couple of LinkedIn groups for podcasts, and I put it on my Alignable, my LinkedIn, and my Facebook, and all that kind of stuff. And by yesterday evening, people were hitting my LinkedIn more and more that own podcasts. They went to my LinkedIn and checked me out, okay, before they reached out, which is the way people are going to do it today. But my LinkedIn page is a good LinkedIn page. It shows a lot of cool stuff. Shows 100 and something testimonials on me as well. So it's a good LinkedIn page. So I like that yesterday. So I had people that host podcasts reach out to me, and I connect with them, send them a following up note, and I'll get connected with better podcasts this way.
Absolutely. Lena Janelle says, agreed. I want y'all on mine. I've had quite a few celebrities. Thank you, Lisa. You're welcome. Please invite us, and we will come. Dr. Deborah says, I'm working on my podcast also soon to
really
come.
I remember you had something before, Dr. Deborah.
That's right. Lena Janelle says, Mom, I'm an angel, but I'm just teasing y'all.
Okay. Is that what she said?
Amen. Shirley said, thanks. I will try just a month, though.
Okay.
I understand start where you start, but understand that you get a lot more momentum from adding at least a consistent weekly day. Even if it's just once a week. You don't have to try to do it every single day a week like we do, but at least once a week. Or at least do something daily. So here's the other tip, because I've also been researching this as well. So the other thing is, if you're going to do it less frequently, to have a corresponding blog. Yes, to have a corresponding blog and email database that you're funneling people to, so that you can send them a message when your podcast is going to come out.
Yes, something that they can.
You've got to be able to gather your audience and let them know when you're coming out.
Or doing anything.
Craig, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
I'm 56. I grew up in the 70s and 80s. Okay, I was born in 67. So in the 70s and 80s are more formative years. And last night on Facebook, I saw a post from a friend of mine about plastics increased estrogen activities. And estrogen, I don't want to increase my estrogen levels because that counteracts testosterone levels. The more estrogen, less testosterone. So I don't want to do that. So I saw that. And then the guy said, yeah, that's what it does. So then I researched it. And I was able to do exhaustive researching from the comfort of my lounge chair in my living room. I was sitting in my chair doing all this research, and it struck me, Dr. Deborah, when I grew up, I could not have had access to this information like this.
That's right.
From this community. I had to walk 10 blocks to go to a library to read some outdated information. Now, because it was going to be outdated,
right?
Because it was printed,
right? Audretta Hall stepped into the building. Of course,
Kaboom!
She did, because we're talking Memorial Day mattresses and hot dogs. So anytime you talk about mattresses and food, you're going to get our loving, caring Audretta's 411 to give us the 411 on what is. Amen.
Going back, Lena, we would love to be a podcast guest as a couple on your show, on your podcast. Whenever done, it'll be a wonderful time. Us three talking, and you do want to get a good LinkedIn page. Cool thing about LinkedIn is Google likes your LinkedIn stuff. So when I write an article on LinkedIn and then search my name, my LinkedIn stuff comes up. One of the first things, actually.
That's cool.
Because LinkedIn wants new content and original content. I mean, Google wants original content.
That's
so when they see you publishing, and I published another article this past weekend too. So on Saturday, I published an article. When did I publish this past Saturday? Maybe it was Monday, Friday I published it.
Alignable.
I published Alignable too, but the article was you don't have a price. Okay, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a coach or a consultant, you don't have a price. You offer your services. You're available for. They're valued at, but no pricing. Sweaters have a price. Tires have a price. But you sell an intangible service, and price for people that offer intangible service is a bad word. I wrote an article about that, and it's getting me some traction everywhere.
Price is a bad word.
It's a bad selling word.
I think so.
It is. What's your price?
What's better than price? Cost?
Valued at, offered for, made available to you for this amount. We offer it for this much. We make it available for this much. It's valued at this much.
Good morning, Craig. He says, good morning, everyone. Have a wonderful Memorial Day. Stay blessed and enjoy on purpose.
Now, let's clarify that, because I don't want anybody confused. If it's a tangible thing,
well, I don't know what I did.
A book, a pen, a cup, a sweater. If it's a tangible thing that you can give them, they can take along, then you can tell a price, because that's a product. A product has a price, but a service does not. Okay?
That's right. That's right. I think
Is that Sister Jeanette Turner, the singer herself? What's up, singer? How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
We're going.
You know, I've been struggling all weekend. We have a field across from us and a field on the left of us. And
they're empty.
They typically are high grass up to here.
Not now.
But they mowed them. And since they've mowed them, the pollen has attacked me. I have been swollen. My nose has been swollen. My throat has been swollen. It has just been outrageous. I tried to put on a little bit of makeup today to keep y'all from being scared away. But I am struggling.
But we do, where we live, if you come to our home, we're the last home on the left of the end of our street. And there's an empty field next to us. that's grass. That's it.
It's overgrown. Typically, it's overgrown.
Typically, but it's not overgrown right now.
No, it's not.
And-
It's typically overgrown
and
because
if
they
you
mow
walk,
it about twice a
If
year.
you walk
maybe.
out of our home, look straight ahead. There's not a house there. There's a grass field as well.
Whew. And it's got my face itching, it's got my nose itching, it's got my ears itching, all of it. I'm just, yeah.
Yeah, but I think they've done better this year than they have done in years past with the grass. Goodness gracious. I used to get so frustrated, like Lisa's talking about it. But this year they seem to have done a better job. Maybe someone's new in the office over there or something. But last year and the year before that and the year before that, I'd be complaining.
Oh my goodness. Lena says, these are great tips. I feel you on services. Lisa, you look beautiful. Your allergies ain't messing up nada, chica. Thank you. Amen. Craig said, so take allergy meds at night so when you wake up it won't bother you. I take it at night. I do.
Now let's look at Lena's. Lena has varied business, but I want to take one part of your business, Lena, that I know of, the caricatures. Okay. Now,
hey, Latanya.
You set up your little. Good morning, Latanya. How you doing, my sister?
Good morning.
So Lena decides she's going to do caricatures. She set up her booth. She set up a little booth with stools or chairs that people can sit in. And let's say she has a little shaded covered area so people can sit there. And she has her easel and her pad, and she has a signage out there, and someone comes and takes. Comes and sits and pays her money, and she draws their pictures, and they leave happy. No one gets their caricature and leaves sad, okay, unless they wanted to do it again. This doesn't look like me, but most of the time, I'm guessing 99% of the time, they're really, really happy about it.
Yeah.
Okay, now what did Lena sell? Did she sell a picture or did she sell a feeling?
A feeling.
Did she sell a memory?
Amen. The time you said, I'm good, a feeling, an
experience. Did she sell a drawing or a shared experience with them?
Experience, amen.
So if I'm coaching Lena, I'll say, you're not selling caricatures. You're selling a captured moment.
Absolutely.
You're selling a memory. You're selling a current and future good feeling.
Absolutely.
That's what you're selling.
Latanya says, good morning. I'm good. Happy to catch you guys this morning. We're happy to be caught and we're glad to see you.
Shirley says both. Now, technically she's right, but I don't want her to sell both. Technically she's right because they do have something they can take away. That's true. But that's an implied and easily understood. You're carrying it, you're holding it, you have to put it somewhere. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about the feeling they're going to get now and every time they see that picture. Have you ever been in someone's home? They had a caricature up on the mantle in a frame.
No.
A caricature.
Yeah.
I have. Okay. I've seen those. Or I've seen them in a picture or in a folder.
Yeah,
sometimes they put them in little folders.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to say yesterday we had an interesting and unique experience. And I don't know why right now it reminds me of Latanya, but we had
in a room.
Yeah, maybe that's why. But we had some fun with our grandson in the latter part of the evening. Hey, Niecy, how you doing?
What?
Good morning.
Niecy's
Happy
back.
Memorial
Good
Day.
morning.
So we had some fun in the living room last night with our grandson, just impromptu. I think it was a really interesting way to spend a few moments.
Okay,
we spent about 30 minutes together
with the trampoline,
exercising in the living room.
We have
we did a circuit.
Yeah, we did a trampoline, and we brought it into the living room. It's in the garage. It's not heavy. It's easy to move, and we already had the glider in the garage. I mean, the living room too. So I brought that in because I wanted to bounce around, and I had something sweet yesterday too. I just wanted to do a little bit of cardio, and believe me, this current physical state of mine, and it's getting better. It's getting better.
It
doesn't take much cardio for me to get there.
So we took turns on the trampoline. First, it was just Brian and I. I guess Brandon heard us and came downstairs.
Could have been.
It was Brian and I just jumping on the trampoline, taking turns. We were not timing each other, nor was it timed. We were simply jump until you drop, get off. After we jumped, I decided instead of just getting off to get on the glider. Mm-hmm. I got on the glider, and I think that's when Brandon came downstairs. Mm-hmm. And then he said, "Can I jump?" And we put him on the trampoline. We said, "Yes, of course you can jump." And he wanted to be timed.
Well, he's 9 and competitive.
Yeah. So he jumped first for 30.
He wanted to know how long did we go because he wanted to go longer than we did.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was fun.
So, and he wanted to time, and he kept going, and he really kept going. I should have brought my plastic push-up bars down too. We made it a complete circuit, but he did that too. He's very competitive at 9.
Yeah, it was good. Lena Janelle says 99% of the time, my customers love their picture.
Exactly.
Real talk, and I agree. Thank you, Brian. I draw portraits, caricatures, illustrations, murals, local designs, paintings, but cartoons are my passion.
And when you do a cartoon or cartoons or books, I see it beautifully done.
Absolutely. Latanya said, I love the competitive spirit. Absolutely. Oh, and you met my grandson. I want to tell you, his reading is amazing now. He made the A honor roll on last semester. Latanya.
Okay.
Yeah, Latanya met him. She actually was testing him to help him early on. But
she did.
Yeah.
She probably done that with everybody's kid that she knows. Little grandkid.
I'm grateful. He had some challenges early on, but he is doing much better in both reading and math.
I seen him get good grades in math.
Yeah, he made the A honor roll in both. And this last Friday, we had EOGs for math. And when he came home, he said that he took his time, he reread, and so I was very proud of him as well. And adorable 9-year-old, of course, yes, he was going and going and going. We're gonna have to do that again. I think it was a great way to end the dinner.
We can do it again.
Yeah, I think
we can have some time today if you want to.
Absolutely. Latanya said, I'm so happy for him and the family. Absolutely. Well, so are we.
Also, I overheard some stuff with him yesterday too. Him and Lisa, they were playing Uno. Lisa was playing Uno, and I was in my office, but I could hear their conversations going on. And he started cheating Uno, and I heard him cheating. And Lisa was going back and forth. She called him cheating a couple of times, and he believed in winning at all costs. It doesn't matter if you have to cheat. So I had an opportunity to have it to talk about integrity. And do you want to be a person with integrity or not, whether people can see you or not? Yeah. So I had to have a chance to have that talk too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Latanya said, when children do well, you have to give credit to his support system.
Amen. He does have it. And you got to take some credit, Lisa. It's a team sport. It's a team sport to get a kid to high school graduation. It's a team sport to get a kid definitely to college graduation. But thank you, Latanya, for saying so. When kids do well in school, you have to give some credit to the support team.
Absolutely. And congratulations, the grandson. Congratulations, Brendan. He is in bed right now. So
yeah. Actually, another thing I like about him and his grades, at one time we knew maybe last year he struggled to get grades, but now he's on A honor roll, and it's matter of fact to him. He's not surprised anymore.
No, he said, because I said he was on the AB honor roll when I took him to get his haircut, and he said A honor roll.
It's the A honor roll. It's just matter of fact. It's not no AB. I'm not that. And when they finally embrace, I'm an A student. That's just that. I just get A's. I get good grades. That's it. That's the way I was in school too. I got to the place where I knew I was going to do well on any test. It wasn't dread for me. We got a test coming up on whatever it was. It's fine. I know I'm gonna do good on it. It's okay.
That's all right. That's right, Latanya. She says because he's competitive. Absolutely. And good job on the integrity talk. Absolutely.
We are getting it good from Latanya Black.
And I appreciate that. She's a champion
Thank you.
Of families. Amen. And she was doing an amazing job. I saw that you are number 10 in real estate. Woo-hoo. Amen. Latanya made a shift. And she has taken that shift by storm. Well, I'm so excited.
She's doing it in excellence because that's what she do.
Absolutely.
She does it as good as she can do it. And she continuously improves.
Absolutely. To be this early in a new game for her. It's not a new thing for her. It's because I believe she's been doing real estate for a while, but with her husband, but she's been primarily doing children and anyway, I want to say congratulations, Latanya, the champion of family. She has helped so many people, and now she is number 10 in the organization. Woo-woo, and she is shooting for number 1. Go ahead. Okay. Lena Janelle says,
shoot for number 1.
I agree with Latanya. We must give and receive credit as the village. Amen. Tanya, congrats, Latanya.
You shoot for number 1, but you're not using all of your strength. She's not using all her strength. Okay. The father comes home, stands in the doorway of his 6-year-old son's room, sees toys all over the room and the toy box in the middle of the floor. Dad stands in the doorway and says, Son, put all your toys back in its box and then push that toy box back up against the wall. The son does what his dad says. He loads his toy box full of all the toys that he has spread all over the floor, and he attempts to push the box back against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
The box doesn't move. The boy struggles hard to push the box. And he says, Dad, I can't move it. He says, son, you're not using all your strength. Use all your strength, son. And the son tries again. He goes, Dad, I am using all my strength. He says, no, you're not. I'm your father, and I love you. I'm standing right here. If you had just asked me to help you, I would be happy to help you. So, Dad, will you help me? So Dad helps him, and the box easily moves up against the wall. When my very first clients, very first money I made as a sales trainer and a sales coach was real estate agents, boutique real estate agencies, 8, 10, 12 agents in them. I read my first year in real estate to get myself boned up. I read Walk Like a Giant, Sell Like a Madman, real estate business. I read Millionaire Investor. I read so many different real estate books because that was my first client. So I kept staying abreast. I learned in real estate, if you don't list, you don't last.
Mm-hmm.
I learned how real estate is an expensive business to stay into because you have business expenses, real ones. I've learned so much about real estate agencies. And if you look at my LinkedIn recommendations, you see smatterings of real estate agents who give me a lot of credit, teaching them how to farm properly.
Mm.
One of my favorite real estate clients was Brenda Booker Bull.
Absolutely.
She's no longer with us, but Brenda Booker Bull was a millionaire producer. She worked for Keller Williams, and she was top dog in her office. She took all the classes offered because she always thought it was a good investment. And she gave me one of my greatest compliments. She says, Brian, KW, I wear this thing. I pay money for this badge because of the recognition. She goes, but I've been in real estate for a long time, and no one teaches how to sell but you, Brian. She takes all their classes. Real estate people, they teach the real estate business.
Mm-hmm.
She says, I learned the real estate business from an industry, and she said, I learned how to sell through Brian. One more thing about Brenda Booker Bull. She did everything I said to her to do. When I told Brenda anybody that gets money from you, they should get your business card too.
Absolutely.
Like if you pay a bill or tip your server, give you a business card. Brenda took that comment right there and took it to the end. She had a little speech she used to give. She used to give her card to even the gas station attendant or the pimply faced kid in the drive-thru. She goes, my sales coach tells me if you're getting my money, you get my card, and she gave it to everybody.
Absolutely.
And that put it in the ether that she was looking for clients.
Absolutely.
She did. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Latanya said, I'm working on using all my strengths, starting with taking today off and getting refreshed.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen.
And she goes on to say, I need that list of books. Amen. From you, Brian.
I got
it. And Latanya says she was good at it. Yes, she was.
And I always thought Brenda was the smartest. She was the smartest. Mm-hmm.
Lena Janelle says, love that analogy, Brian. We get further with our team, our partners, our village. Brenda Booker Bull, what a name. I love that alliteration. Say it 3 times. We love that alliteration as well. We had a song for her.
2 years ago, she went on to glory.
She transitioned. And her song was Brenda Booker Bull, all heart and no bull.
That's right. She had a logo, all heart, no bull.
And no bull.
There was a season where she was spending every Friday afternoon with Lisa and I. Us 3, we would go to the same Chinese food buffet on Friday afternoons. That was our ritual.
Absolutely.
And Lena and Lisa would get the bowl of the stuff, the pasta bowl.
It's a soup. It's a soup. Can you believe it's 9:48 already? Y'all are just tripping. We're supposed to be singing and stuff. Shaki, what's good?
Oh my gosh.
How you just gonna leave it out there? We're just gonna forget about y'all.
How you
Amen, Lena. Lena, thank you. She says, rest in peace, Brenda Booker Bull. I believe she's watching over. She's probably just smiling that we brought her name up again. I actually was looking at her picture the other day.
I think Dr. Deborah knew her too.
Yes, Dr. Deborah knew her. Absolutely. Brenda Booker Bull helped her, I believe, with
sell her home.
Yes.
Yes. Or at least attempt to sell her home. Yes. We got to do greeting songs and greeting logos. We're going to do them quickly. Actually, I don't have a 10 o'clock appointment this one, so I'm good. Shaki, guess who's back? Back again.
Again.
Shaki's back.
Back.
Tell a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Shaki's back.
I created a monster.
That's Sharky's jam. Actually,
Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King.
Uzama.
Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King.
Uzama Ra, that's his jam. Good morning to our friend Will. Nobody thinks like him still. We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Will. These are our greeting songs and our greeting logos. Up next is Emily Nelson.
Oh, Emily.
And you came and you gave without taking.
Oh, Emily.
Dr. Beverly, uniquely taking over Thomas, has a logo that goes, Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
Amen. Amen.
Susan, you're everything I hope for. You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. We're getting better at Susan's jam.
Shirley DeJohnette,
Wyatt will rock you, rock you.
Shirley DeJohnette,
Wyatt will rock you, rock you. Latanya Thompson, Latanya Blackman said, I need those list of books, Brian. Those are like the best books in real estate. Some of those books get updated yearly, but I will tell you this much about those books. Even though I went through the whole books, most of them, except for your first year in real estate, that's really, really practical stuff. But most of them, you might get a nugget or two out of, okay? Like Walk Like a Giant, Sell Like a Madman was one that resonated with my spirit. It talks a lot about how, like if you're in real estate, if you don't have a great assistant, you are one. You need a great assistant. All of the champions that sell 200, 300 homes in a year and more, they got great assistant or assistants, you know? So
Dr. Deborah, trauma healing and manifestation coach. Mm-hmm.
For example, Brenda Booker Bull, she hired first-year real estate agents to do a lot of the menial stuff that she didn't want to showing. She always hired a young real estate agent. She was willing to spend the money, $50, $75, go show that house. She'd do that because she made more money closings and stuff like that. But the little stuff, she hired young real estate agents to do that, or real estate secretaries or whatever. She spent her money on great assistants.
Amen. Mm-hmm. Amen. Good morning, Patricia Katura. Good morning.
Back to life, back to Katura Green.
However do you want it? However
do you need it?
Do you need it?
Yep.
Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here.
So clear the way.
Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day. One more thing, Latanya. When I'm saying you're not using all your strength, is I'm your friend and I love you very much. You didn't let your boy help you. Schedule a time for a consultation with me if you want to be a champion in your game, Latanya.
Amen.
You said you're going for number one. Nobody's more competitive than your boy. Let's do that.
Lena Janelle, baby.
We gets high off her art, don't know how to behave. Ooh. I need my link. calendly.com. /BK McNeill. calendly.com. That's it right there. To schedule some time, if you're an entrepreneur that has a service to offer the world, I will say this one more tip to Latanya. Champion real estate agents understand that they're selling themselves and their service. Amateur real estate agents sell houses. Okay. Are you selling houses? Or are you selling Latanya's service and the buying or selling of a home?
Absolutely.
That's a tricky line there, but it's an important distinction. Do you sell houses? Anybody can sell a house, but can you sell your service? That's what you sell. You're selling your time, energy, and expertise and making the process easier for the client.
That's right.
I hope Latanya was here. Are you still here to get that word, Latanya?
Yes.
Okay.
Peggy.
Can't you, in Biggie's voice, Peggy, can't you see? Somehow your words just hypnotize me. She's gonna motivate you every day. Peggy J. Evans is here to stay.
Amen. Latanya's Dr. Deborah says, I'll go at it again soon. You're gonna go at selling that house again soon. All right, I hear you. Latanya said, if it wasn't for the transaction coordinator, I wouldn't have the time to focus on my clients' needs and getting business. Thank you, Brian. She got the information at calendar.com.
Mm-hmm.
Craig Sabbs is the funniest thing. And I have to record it, is when I'm at a client house and I have you in my ear and taking care of business, I always sing the songs.
What?
Amen. Latanya says, I got you, Dr. Deborah. Call me. That's right. I was getting ready to say, That's right. Work it out. We got Peggy. I got to keep going. We got Uzama already, Dr. Deborah, Lena, Shirley, Dr. Deborah, Shirley. Oh, Craig Saab.
1,000 degrees.
You'll be on your knees. You'll be burning, begging, please. Brother Freeze.
Craig, let me borrow your VCR so I can dub a tape. Latanya still got the same jam?
That's right.
She's the
Latanya Blackman, the champion of family.
Amen.
And I think it still fits.
Okay, good. Let's go with it.
Amen.
Wait a minute. We missed somebody. I think I said Nisi. We got to get you a jam, Nisi Douglas. Come on. Absolutely.
Latanya Blackman says, I can show you how I'll get your house show. So you guys need to talk. There's a little bit more to it than that. So I look forward to hearing some results as a result of that.
That's right. What a great pairing, Latanya. This is a great opportunity. Connect with her, please.
And Lena says, love Craig's. Yes. Amen.
Yes.
Lena says, whatever I see Empowerment Family who are now my online peeps, I'm always singing their greeting in my head. I can't help it. This is a great branding technique that y'all do.
It happens organically.
We love it. We love y'all. We appreciate you guys spending some time with us this morning. We hope that you take some time to relax today, regroup, have something on the grill if you want to, and don't forget to have sex.
Jeez.